Want as much light as is safely possible early in the day, morning and throughout the day, including blue light. So take those blue blockers off during the day unless you have a real issue with screen light sensitivity. And you want as little light coming into your eyes, artificial or sunlight, after, say, 8 p.m. And certainly you do not want to get bright light exposure to your eyes between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. And here's why. David Burson, who I mentioned before, and another friend and colleague, Samar Hattar, who's director of the chronobiology unit at the National Institutes of Mental Health, published a paper in Cell, which is a journal, another excellent journal, very high stringency, showing that light that arrives to the eyes between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. approximately suppresses the release of dopamine, this neuromodulator that makes us feel good, is sort of an endogenous antidepressant, and can inhibit learning and create all sorts of other detrimental effects. It does this through a mechanism, for those of you who want to know the neural pathways, that involves light to the eyes that's then signaled to a structure called the habenula. The habenula looks like two little bat ears sitting right in the middle of your structure in your brain called the thalamus. Don't worry about these names if you're not interested in this stuff. If you are, these are just avenues to explore. When that habenula gets activated, it's actually called the disappointment nucleus, because it actually makes us feel less happy and more disappointed and can lead to certain forms of depression in the wakeful state. Now, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you need to use the bathroom, or you're on an all-night flight and you need to read or whatever it is, fine. It's, every once in a while, it's not going to be a problem to get bright light exposure to your eyes in the middle of the night. But if you think about our lifestyle nowadays and being up late looking at phones, even if you dim that screen, you're triggering this activation because your retinal sensitivity and the sensitivity of these neurons has gone up late in the day. Now, I'm not here to dictate what you should or shouldn't do, but for those of you that are experiencing challenges with mood, those of you that have anxiety, learning problems, issues focusing, the questions I usually get are, how can I focus better? Well, we will get to that, but one of the best ways you can support your mechanisms for good mood, mental health, learning, focus, metabolism, etc., is to take control of this light exposure behavior at night and not get much or any bright light exposure in the middle of the night.